Hey, Dad.
Hey champ, what's up?
What's hell, Dad?
Ooh, that's a tough one. How do I approach this? So hell is really all about...
No, not that kind of hell. I'm talking hell on wheels.
Yeah, that's my boy. Collectors, it's Chris the BSC, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. And look at what I have here. I'm so incredibly excited because we're going to be reviewing the 1/4 scale Harley Hell on Wheels from our friends over at Sideshow Collectibles. And I want to thank everybody that tuned in for our double live unboxing with Dan Dufault, of course, at Wayne Manor North. I will put the link up above if you missed it, but it's so cool to be able to do this at the same time with one of your friends. It's just awesome. And of course, all of you that were in the chat watching, you guys were amazing. It's just awesome to see these beautiful statues put together and unboxed. But today we're going to be reviewing her, and I just want to give you guys a 360 spin because she is just absolutely gorgeous. And to be honest, when she first was premiered, I wasn't going to get her. I just said, I already have a Harley I really like, but I am so freaking glad I got this one. She is gorgeous. She is just near perfection in my opinion. I love the sculpt, I love the colors, I love the art direction. I'm still a little iffy on the base sculpt itself. I would have maybe liked a roller skate rink or something because she is on those skates, up on her toes by the way, which is just incredible. But this thing is just absolutely stunning. I love it. And I was also kind of on the fence about the exclusive portrait, which is right here. Of course, I'm going to show you guys close-ups of that, but at first I was kind of like iffy about it. I absolutely love it in hand. It is so well done, and it's so freaking awesome. But anyway, I know that you are wanting to see all of the close-ups, all of the details from this beautiful statue. I can't wait to share my thoughts and opinions on this piece. So without further ado, let's check it out. All right, guys, I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful that is right there. Absolutely gorgeous. What a pose and what a face sculpt on this statue. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and slowly pan down for you guys so you can see all of the details as we go down. This is a really great statue, guys. Really, really great. So much detail on it. And let's go ahead and start with the base like we always do. So the base, I feel like, is the weakest part here. I wish that they had gone more of a skater rink look. With maybe some like broken, boards or something. This obviously is a neon look, which again is kind of reminiscent of her Suicide Squad look. The actual neon sculpt here looks really good. I just feel like the underspray is way overdone. I would have maybe liked something a little bit different. The colors here are matte black. I wish it was maybe a shiny dark black. I know that the colors are picked for reasons, but that's just my opinion. I just feel like this is a little bit dull and just not very exciting. Of course, that means the base is not going to take away from the statue in any way, so which is a good thing. But I do like bases that help tell a story, and this one does, but I just don't feel like it's maybe executed as good as it could have been. But anyway, this Harley logo here is meant to be kind of the front, the angle you pose her at. Of course, you can pose her however you want, but I think that's what Sideshow was thinking with that logo there. So now let's go ahead and work our way up the statue itself, and you're going to start with these boots. These boots are absolutely incredible. They are so realistic looking. I'm just very, very impressed with them. There is some weathering on the toe, as you can see, and the wheels just look incredibly realistic to me. The whole skates do. I mean, they look like they're absolutely real skates. Of course, it's fully sculpted except for these pom-poms here. They are kind of a fabric element. I mean, they're real pom-poms, but I think that they look absolutely fantastic. And then as we move on to the red side here, I'll spin it around. So if you watched the live unboxing, Dan's was really red. It didn't have very much weathering on it. Mine has quite a bit of weathering, and I think it looks good. I think it's intended that way. Obviously, this would be the skates of Harley. She would have some weathered, gross skates for sure. Again, that fabric pom-pom element there looks really good. And there's also some black speckling in there. And again, the fact that it's keyed in by the toe, like look how good that looks. Let's kind of show you guys. It just is really cool the way her legs are up in the air like that, her heels. Just really, really cool. But I do feel like the boots work very, very well here. They look really good. And then, of course, as we move up, you're going to see the sock detail. I mean, it looks like real socks. Of course, it is fully sculpted, but I think it's really well done. And then, of course, you do have these knee pads. They almost look like plastic knee pads, even though they're fully sculpted, which, again, makes it look incredibly realistic. The details on it, there's the sewing looking. It just, everything about this screams like it's real, even though it's not. It's, again, fully sculpted part of the statue. And then, of course, she has those incredibly sexy thigh-high socks. The black and red, and then on the other side, the same thing. But this side has the star, and again, those knee pads are just really good. Of course, the star and the diamond, but look how good that looks. I mean, it looks like real socks, and that, of course, goes all the way down to the ankle. Oh, I love it. I just love it. There's even some fabric wrinkling toward the ankle, which looks good, and it looks good from the back as well, I think. And speaking of that backside, there's the shot I'm sure a lot of you are wanting to see, the booty shorts. That looks really good. Of course, she's holding up her mallet, and I think that looks really good. And look at the hands here. You have the black nail polish, and then on this hand over here, you have the red. So that's even cool, I think. And let's talk about the skin color here. Beautiful, kind of a white color. It's just absolutely beautiful, just exactly like Harley would be. And I just love the color of skin they chose. It's just really, really good. Let's look at the actual mallet. You can see the great details there with the star. It looks like it's painted on, which is really great. And of course, you have the barrel itself. Look at the weathering there along the metal parts. The metal parts look great, but I love that little black weathering. It really makes it look like old wood. I just think that's awesome. As we spin it around, let's see the front side. I mean, that just looks great. It looks really real. And I really tip my hat to the artists and painters here because it looks great. Really good. Speaking of those booty shorts, you have the really nice black and red separation there, and of course you have the buckle. This belt here, I believe, is a plastic material because it does have a little bit of give to it. So, I'm glad that it's not polystone because I feel like that would have probably broken. But I do feel like that belt looks really good, really well painted, very crisp and clean paint. I absolutely love it. And then let's focus here on the jacket. So the jacket is something that I actually kind of wished at first that you can remove. I think it would have been kind of cool. But you can really see that beautiful blue color, and it also, goes up into her hair as well. But there's a really nice shine here. 5150, of course, psych ward. Really nice jacket, and this is a really different sheen than the rest of the statue. So it really does shine out, or stand out with that beautiful shine. It's just really, really well done, I think. I love the fact that they used a different paint for the jacket. That was really nice. And then again, that blue color does, continue on throughout the back side of the jacket, and it adds a really nice pop of color, which is really great. I love it. Look at this stomach area. Oh my God, it looks so good. Again, just some light speckling to make it look like skin, some freckles. Just absolutely incredible. And then again, as we move up, let's go ahead and move into the bust area and busting at the seams, so to speak. That's exactly what it looks like. This corset, just beautiful. Looks like real leather. You can see the seams. It would just be like it's really sewn. Of course, you have the star and the diamond, which does match the star and the diamond exactly on her knee pads. But this looks really good. And again, I wish that we could have maybe seen a pose from the front. Like, I think that would have been really cool to offer another head sculpt looking at the front. But obviously, the art direction was looking over the shoulder. And look at the muscle definition here, just in her arms, in her chest. That just looks amazing. Oh, absolutely amazing. And then, of course, the muscles in her back, beautifully sculpted. Gosh, it looks good. And then let's look at that head sculpt there. Really, really good. The eyes are really well painted. The hair, I love the blue and the red. I think it's just the right color. And again, those colors, you can see, match the rest of the statue perfectly. She does look good from multiple angles. I really like this angle right here where she's just kind of half looking over her shoulder. You can see the curvature of her back. I think that is really cute, really sexy. And I just think it really captures her really, really well. But I do think that that view looks really good. And then of course the intended view is kind of that kind of looking right at you over her shoulder look, which also looks good, but I still think I prefer that other look a little bit better. Just beautiful. You guys, give you kind of another side profile look here so you can see what that looks like. And then from the front, again, I just wish that there was a front facing portrait. I think it would have been really cute to like pose it like that with a, you know, a look facing forward, because the front's really well done and it's just as sexy in my opinion. But I love the motion of this thing. I just love it. I love the art direction here. I think it's really, really good. So I just think that head sculpt is beautiful. I just think everything about this is fantastic, guys. This is going to be one I highly recommend. EX or not, it's a great statue. This is, of course, the regular portrait that we're looking at. And I just think, yeah, just sexy as hell. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me go ahead and switch out now to the EX, and I'll share my thoughts on that. All right, guys, so here we go. And this portrait, again, is not something that I loved at first, but it is really, really grown on me. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Again, I don't know if the Jester goes necessarily with this more modern look, and I think that's kind of what turned me off at first about it. But it does work. It really does work, and I think it's a beautiful sculpt, and I just think that they did a really, really good job on the face. Very pin-up-y looking. And I really like what they've done here. I think it's really nice. And it does look good from, you know, just about every angle. Again, you know, you are limited to kind of those over-the-shoulder looks. But, I mean, just look at that. It looks really good. Really, really good. Let me kind of rotate it around again, kind of the side view if you kind of want to view it from this angle. And, again, I feel like it works really well here as well. So it's the best of both worlds, really. You have the Jester and the more modern look, and I do feel like that looks really great. Of course, both head sculpts are just really, really well done. Let me show you both of them kind of side by side so you guys can kind of see them a little bit better. But they both look really, really good. Again, just beautiful sculpting. Beautiful. So again, this one I'm sold on a lot more than I thought I would be. I was really kind of surprised that I liked this one so much. This is definitely something that I would trade in and out with. As far as I know, the EX is on waitlist, so you might have trouble getting this one at this point. But it's worth it if you can get it, just to have that option to swap it out. But man, what a beautiful looking statue. Alright guys, so there you have it, an incredible look at the Harley Hell on Wheels premium format 1/4 scale statue from our friends at Sideshow Collectibles. I want to know your thoughts. What do you guys think of this thing? I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think the paint is beautiful. I think the sculpt, the art direction is beautiful. I think the head sculpts are both really beautiful. Is this an EX or fail? I don't think so. I think if you're able to get the EX, and as of this filming, it's currently on waitlist. And so if you jump on it early, you have a pretty good shot of it converting. So definitely if you're interested in this particular sculpt that we're looking at right here, please make sure that you jump on that wait list. Otherwise, this head sculpt right here is absolutely beautiful, and you're going to be just fine with the regular. But I'm just very, very impressed with this piece. Again, I'm so glad that I went ahead and picked it up. I'm going to give this a 9.4 out of 10. I think it's incredibly well executed, beautiful paint. I just love everything about it. I think the main, like I said earlier, the main nitpick I have is the base. I feel like it's a little simplistic, it's a little bit boring, and I just feel like it could have been better. I feel like the art direction should have had some sort of skater floor, and I just think that would have looked good with some wood planks maybe broken or missing. I know that's been done as well, but I just think it would have fit this statue really well. I will also point out once again that you can pose her a couple different ways. You can have her kind of side right looking straight on, or you can have that back over her shoulder look. The only thing that I, again, maybe would have asked Sideshow to do is the front looks so good. I wish that they could have had a front facing, portrait. And maybe instead of this one looking over her shoulder, I just think the art direction would have been really cool to be able to say, hey, I like it this way, or I like it spun around. I think it would have been been really cool. But with all of that said, I still think it's a near perfect statue. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and Sideshow continues just to knock it out of the park with these premium formats, which again is why I think it's still the most popular scale. A 1/4 scale is clearly the winner in terms of collecting. I think 1/3 is creeping up on that slowly, but of course that costs more and it takes up more space. But anyway, I'm just very impressed. I love the jacket details. I really like this one, guys. I really, really like it. Now, I do want you to stay tuned to the channel, of course, because I am going to be doing a comparison video. I'm going to be comparing her to the Jester Harley that I have in my case, and see the differences between the two, because they're pretty different. And I do want to focus on that. I also am going to show you her in the case to see which Harley is going to win out. Is it going to be the Jester that's in there right now, or is it going to be the Hell on Wheels? One of them's probably going to end up on my white shelf display over here. The other one's staying in the case. So I can't wait to do that as well. So stay tuned for that comparison video. And again, in the comments, please let me know what you think of this piece. Are you picking it up? I just can't say anything more. I'm blown away by it. I think it's really well done, and I tip my hat to the artists at Sideshow. They did a really good job with this one. Again, let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, click that notification bell, make sure you choose all. Also check out our Batman Statue Collector hoodies and shirts down below, and also consider hitting that join button. That does give you guys early access to the videos, and there's also a new Bat box feature that is full of all kinds of Bat merch and things like that, so definitely check that out. And again, just thank you guys so very much for spending some time with me today, and I'll see you next time right here in the Bat Cave. Bye, everybody.